If you were still holding out for a Incredible Hulk 2, well, the Incredible Hulk himself, Mark Ruffalo, is here to squash all those puny dreams, demands, and hopes, because he says Marvel Studios is not interested as it's too pricey and the Hulk doesn't sell. Okay, so this comes at us directly from Mark Ruffalo, who had an interview with GQ, and they asked him about the future of the Incredible Hulk, the off-and-on rumored Incredible Hulk 2, him returning for the film, and what does the future hold for a potential sequel. He said, and I quote, "I'd love to do a standalone Hulk. I just don't think that's ever going to happen. It's very expensive if you did a whole movie, which is why they used the Hulk so sparingly. I priced myself out." End quote. So what he's saying here, in case you didn't understand it, is the price versus reward is not there. AKA, if you make an Avengers film for $250 million, you're gonna make over $1 billion. They can easily guarantee that. The Hulk has so far not found success in box office in his solo outings. The Ang Lee Hulk was not a success. The Incredible Hulk, up until the Marvels, was the biggest bomb for the MCU, and that film never found an audience or a vocal audience up until the release of She-Hulk and Avengers Endgame, where people just started to hate what they did with Hulk in the MCU. So he's right in this account, because every minute you have the Hulk on screen is expensive. We know that those episodes where he was on screen in She-Hulk were the ones that ballooned to like double the cost of a normal episode. So making an Incredible Hulk 2 would require $200+ million. Probably way more now. And then you combine that with the fact that the marketing is going to have to be 200 to 300 million. It easily needs 600 million to break even. They can't even do that with films that performed better than the first Incredible Hulk by a long mile, like the Ant-Man franchise or anything outside of the Marvels. So you could see why that's worrying and why they don't want to greenlight it. Because the online fan base might be vocal, but then why didn't they show up for the Incredible Hulk? And why is it still, when it comes to streaming MCU films and buying old DVDs, Blu-rays, 4K and everything, why is the Incredible Hulk always charting on the bottom? Because people outside of a bubble that are vocal don't have an affinity for the Incredible Hulk or him in the MCU. And that's just fact. You can look up the stats.